I'll just start Final Fantasy. Let me just turn off the phone. Goodbye, stream phone. And see if the language settings are correct. They are not. Alright. And log in. Haha! Ah, Storica music is so good. It's so fantastic. Okay. Gotta do some config changes real quick. Gotta raise the volume. No, I know. The way my OBS is set up, I only have one source. So I gotta switch it over. And then it needs a second to hook the game files and shit. What? Gonna have to change category. Give me a second. And Final Fantasy 14. Done. Bnee. Yes. Ah, right, I logged out in the inn. Which has a little animation that plays when you log in. And also and just give everyone a ping on Discord. There we go. Our goal. Last time we finished Alexander, the most fantastic soundtrack in the entire expansion. It's just and yes, you get the entire soundtrack for free for beating it. You can just listen to it every time on the Equestrian. By the way, the lyrics for this are wild. Okay, but today we are going to play main story for a bit. Xelphatol, to be exact. What is our company message of the day? Warrior goes more unga bunga, Paladin more magic, Final Fantasy devs chats, Final Fantasy players babies, today's weather oof. Sonic Boom. The music is so good. This music is so good. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Rise up, rise with me, rise with me, rise up. It's so good. All of them are fantastic. Sins of the Father, Sins of the Son, amazing. Fucking Locus, yes, I love it. Who doesn't love this? The lyrics are fantastic. Then obviously metal. Come on. Something I learned to do. Then obviously Brute Justice mode, which is just yes. Do you like memes? I like memes. This is funny. And then just what? Completely left field, nonetheless amazing. Forward, forward and back and forward and back. And then obviously you can't read them, but like there's some names here. Significant, Song of the Ancients Atonement, fucking Alien Manifestation, Voice of No Return, City Ruins, it's all Nier music. Did you know that part of the Nier OST is in this game? It is. In fact, we have our own custom version of Weight of the World. Which is in yet another language. There's now 4. Did you know that the ending of Nier is actually in this game? No? Well, fuck you. Xelphatol. Finally. The dungeon music in here is just a remix of the XIV theme, by the way. But it's great. I love it here. Like, the music does exactly what I need it to do for a mountain climb. It sounds epic. It sounds like calm, collected. It's so good. Go. Move. No, my cast. Come on, what? Stop pulling them out of range! Stop! Every time I started casting, they were suddenly out of range. Why? Why do you hate me so, Tank? I'm just a little black mage. Ah, Sage. Boss time. This boss is silly. What the fuck? What? What? Why? Why they leave? Huh? It... Where'd they go? Usually the game's like has left something. What? Did they get banned mid-dungeon? Where did they go? I'm confused. Where did they go? Huh? fuck? I'm confused. I'm so confused. Our original tank and the other DPS just fucking left. I'm confusion. Huh? They just left. Why? No one knows. Huh? Okay, so this boss is funny. You want to damage the floating turret so that it doesn't deal a lot of damage, but it explodes and kind of yeets you into the boss so he goes lower because he loses air. This is a very silly boss and I love it. He's also almost dead. This boss has never been hard, but he's funny. Also double black mage, what is this? Hello? Woo! All right, don't stand on the spikes. Double black mage. Flare. And that. Oh, come on. Gotta keep my stacks. So, with this, I don't know if you can see it in detail, but there's 3 little flashing blue things on this part of the UI. Those signify one of my buffs. And if this timer runs out, all buffs that are currently visible on this wheel will just break. They will just fall off. So keeping the buff going at all times is now a big priority of my class. It's kind of what I have to do to exist. Because losing my buffs is very bad. Okay, key was obtained, very good. Now I will show you the greatest achievement in Final Fantasy game programming. An actually working elevator without a loading zone. This elevator just actually works. It just does. No glitches, no weird physics things. It's not a fake elevator where instead of moving the platform up, it moves the map down. No, it's a real working elevator with no glitches. In an MMORPG, online, you know? Working elevator. I love how working elevator is such a mundane thing to be excited about. But it's like, I'm a game developer. I know about this kind of shit. I should not have done this here. I will lose part of my ley lines. The fuck? Yeah. Okay, so that was the cast. Good then. I'll just stand here. Our other DPS just poofed. What is happening? Why is this run so cursed? But it's like working elevator, the most mundane thing that a normal person would think about being impressive in a game. And I'm like, oh, it works! It elevates! It's an actual elevator! Ah, dread. Ah, crap, Peroni. Damn it. I thought those worked differently. Bad. I thought those placed down earlier. God dang it. Ah. Okay. The last time I played this dungeon was, in my defense, like 6 years ago. War balloon. Balloon. Ah. Woo! Ah, this part is so fun. Ah, that's not good. Swag! The swaggiest mode of transportation. Menacingly posing in the air. Ah, this tank knows. Oh, thank fuck. It's annoying when the tank doesn't know. When the tank doesn't know Pepe Love. Woo! Oh, by the way, Kakuin, did you ever want to get thirsty over a bird? Like, Exile are usually very, like, scrawny and shit. The boss of this dungeon has been to the gym. He has a premium membership to the gym. There is the buffest bird. The buffest fucking bird. Here, I'll help you. Behold the bird. Well, in fire, but... You got a few good frames of bird. Oh no! Step bro! What are you doing, step bird? It's the stupidest thing I've ever said, holy shit. Kill me. Just shoot me. I greeted too hard. Oh, come on. My combo is pretty messy, but it gets the job done. I can do one more here, but then I need to cast fire without interruption. Why would you go further away from the other Black Mage? You know the pain. You know the pain of playing Black Mage. You're Black Mage too. I just realized that the other Black Mage at the party is called Faye. It's just me, twice! Ah. And there we go. There is Bird. And then Bird kind of perishes in mist. I don't know the logistics behind when people die and when people turn into fucking smoke. But I'm not asking. Dude. We have done Xelphatol. We are now there.
Thank the gods. What happened?
Oh right, voice acting. I haven't had that for a while. I haven't had voice acting.
The ritual to its completion. Then Garuda is no longer a threat, and whatever the Ascians and the Warriors of Darkness were planning has come to naught.
Ah, Elfino.
But we should not tarry. The knights have secured our path to safety.
Well, well. What do we have here? You'd better not have killed the primal without us.
You're too late.
You!
Yes, them.
Wait, I know you. Still walking, I see. I could have sworn my aim was true.
Just what is your game? Leading us the long way so these fools could step in and claim our prize?
Look at this hot stuff right here.
No. Let's not make hasty accusations. By the look of things, the ritual was proceeding as planned. We arrived at the appointed hour. It was they who erred.
It is hopeless. We cannot face them all.
I really love that character, and everyone has been thirsting
Do
over
my
him.
ears deceive? A boy. So that's the way of it. Twins. You had me worried for a moment there. Know that I will happily make it quicker for you, if you just stand still.
So you're the bitch who shot Alize.
We wouldn't want to upset the man in white with any unnecessary bloodshed now, would we?
Elidibus. Adding yourself to the thirst, very good.
You've been awfully busy since we were kind enough to spare your lives.
While you were idly consorting with the Asians, you mean? 7 hells! What could you possibly hope to achieve?
Should I explain it to you? Very well. Consider it a reward of sorts for beating us here. You know the tale of Hydaelyn and Zodiac, I take it? Of the Great Sundering and the reflections it created?
Yes, we've been told.
Across 10 and 3 they were divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of shards of light and dark.
Just so. One of those reflections, the one nearest to the source, is our home. And we were the heroes blessed with her light. But not all worlds hold light and dark in equal measure. In ours, the power of light was greater by far. So the Asians, who once threatened our home, were no match. And they fell before us, one after another, till none were left. Victory, we thought. And then came the light. A flood of pure, blinding radiance, annihilating shadow and color and life itself. Ere long, it will consume our world, leaving naught in its wake but blank perfection.
That cannot be. Do you honestly expect us to believe such a story?
Believe what you like. But it has happened before, on a world far removed from ours. The 13th, which was swallowed by the dark and transformed into what you call the Void.
We've been there.
Unchallenged light would condemn us to a similar fate. And so we joined hands with our former enemies, and with their aid came here, to the source. For there is but one way to restore the balance and save our home. The Ardor. Calamitous destruction with the power to break down the barriers between planes and see our worlds rejoined.
You would doom our world to save your own? What would even become of us? Of you?
Enough. I tire of talking. You know our cause. You know what is at stake. We are prepared to do whatever it takes. Are you?
If there is aught you would say, say it. Otherwise, begone. You have no friends here.
No, come back, you're hot. Ah! Damn it. All things considered, we should be grateful to have survived that encounter. Do you think it could be true that to save their world, they must bring ruin to ours? Come back, I just dropped my pen again! Very good. Email? Huh? No. No, it matters not. Such wanton destruction has beyond justification. Whatever their reasons, they must be stopped. The sacrifice is loss. The loss, it ends here. Forgive me, this is neither the time nor the place for idle introspection. The knights can appraise Lord and more of success, and we the Lord Commander. More importantly, I should like to see if my sister's condition has improved. You may take a moment to yourself if you wish. I will be the congregation. Ishgard. It brings me joy to see you safely return to us, Rain. What news from Xelphatol? Hi, Emmerich. Then we were not too late. On behalf of Ishgard, I offer you my deepest thanks. As for we who remained behind, Mistress Y'shtola has been tending to Mistress Elise in their absence, and I'm pleased to report that she has regained consciousness. I imagine you have many questions, especially given your recent encounter with the Warriors of Light. And now I do. Come, let me show you to her room. Do not worry, her condition is much improved. She's a resilient one, much like your brother. There she is. I
Alize,
haven't played your quest line yet, I'm sorry.
Well enough, brother. Thanks to the kindness of our hosts. They told me you had departed for Xelphatol while I was still abed. I slept much better knowing that. Thank you.
I take it your mission was a success.
Naturally.
As if we needed any further confirmation that they are in league with the Ascians. But to save another world? I think not.
I too thought his story fanciful at first. But it is possible there may be a kernel of truth in all of this. At the very least, none of his claims contradict the word's account.
You were following these people, Alice. Why?
During my travels, I had oft enjoyed tales of the Scions and their exploits. But after a time, I began to hear whispers of a gifted and theretofore unknown band of adventurers. Adventurers who had supposedly sworn to travel the realm slaying primals in the Scion's stead.
The Warriors of Darkness. And in the course of investigating these rumors, you stumbled upon the Ascians' involvement.
Yes, exactly.
Forgive me, but if these Warriors of Darkness mean to bring about another calamity, to what end do they hunt primals?
To prompt an escalation. To deepen the beast tribe's feelings of helplessness and despair, and thereby drive them to summon ever more powerful gods. And lest we forget, these events do not occur in isolation. With their patron deities being slain left and right, the news of man's victory over Nidhogg must surely have sown panic in the minds of the beastmen. 'Tis no wonder they wish to defend themselves.
Power answered with greater power, death with more death. A vicious cycle fueled by fear and hatred. I know it's like all too well.
Indeed. The Ascians sow discord and desperation, and the Warriors of Darkness reap the harvest. And so it continues. Yet that is not the extent of their ambitions. The Ascian himself observed that once the powerless realize that the old gods have failed them, they will have little recourse but to look to a new one.
We cannot let that happen.
It should come as no surprise, but Alice and I have uncovered evidence that the Ascians have been manipulating certain parties to ensure that a constant stream of crystals flows into the hands of the beast tribes. If we sever these supply lines, we should at least be able to slow the escalation.
Agreed. Kral and I shall journey to Xelphatol and learn what we can of the Ixal's source.
Then I, for my part, pledge to lead a similar investigation into the origin of the Nath supply.
Sir Emmerich?
As a member of the Eorzean Alliance, Ishgard is honor bound to play an active role in maintaining the security of the realm. You might also say that I have some personal motivation, given the Ascians' dealings with my father.
True.
However, I make no secret of the fact that my knowledge of primal beings is scant at best. As such, I should be most grateful if one of your order were to assist me.
Allow me, Sir Emmerich. I have dealt with the Nath before.
Let us consult with Orianja then. Given his dedication to the study of primal beings, I should be surprised if he could not tell us something of value.
Allow me to accompany you, brother. And before you think to refuse, know that I am not the girl I once was. I shall not be a burden. You have my word.
But Alice, you...
I wonder how this cutscene would play out if I played the raid.
Welcome. After all, it was you who set us upon this path.
Wait a minute. I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave just yet. Not until you try on the new outfit I prepared for you.
Tataru. Well, it's time for Alice to not look like her brother all the time, so... maybe she'll get something personalized this time. That'd be nice. I would be right in assuming that you have not spoken with my sister since... one of the memorial services, was it? Unfortunately not. I wish I had. because there's a really good raid series there. But I don't want to hang out in Party Finder to play it. By the 12, it seems a lifetime ago. I should like to think we've both grown since then. My apologies for keeping you waiting. Yes. Right then, shall we be off? Ah, the tower never ceases to impress. Though for a moment I feared she might furnish you with an identical outfit. Praise the 12, she did not. Mother and father were rather fond of making us wear matching clothes. Do you remember the time at the studium, when that girl of yours crept up behind me in the hall and whispered, "Sister, please, it was not my..." Can we not have this conversation in front of the Warrior of Light? No, please do. So be it. Another time, perhaps. It's an honor, Rain. I realize we barely acquainted, but having heard so much about you, it hardly feels that way. I've been meaning to ask about the carriage. Ah, yes, the carriage that so fortuitously arrived to spirit us away from Uldar at the banquet. The driver informed me that I had my sister to thank for his presence in Uldar. How did you know to send help? Oh, drunken brass plates are even less discreet than sober ones. Unfortunately, by the time I learned of the plot, it was too late to do anything more. Frankly, I'm still amazed Brent managed to find you. New garments aside, I must say you seem different, more resolute than when we last met. You have the look of a woman who is ready to fight for the future of Eorzea. To the extent of my abilities, perhaps, but I've no delusions of grandeur. Nor will I pretend to have found myself, or any such thing. I'm here today because I would regret if I weren't. That is all. Fair enough. Let's depart for the Waking Sands, then, and see if Orion J can be of assistance. Well then, I still have some Vesper Bay tickets. Let's go. Let's go, ba 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 ba. There he is. Orion J. Apologies for calling upon you unannounced. Why, Master Alphino? Would that the scholar had seen fit to grant me knowledge of my coming? What bringeth thee and thine here this day? The warriors of darkness have returned. Pray allow us to explain. I too have heard tales in recent days of primal beings rising up only to be cast down by forces unknown. Alas, as thou didst observe, this serveth but to spur the beast tribes to pursue their goals with redoubled fervor. We have two objectives this time: to identify and remove the source of the beast tribe's crystals, and to take direct action to prevent any further summoning rituals from reaching completion. The second is easier said than done, of course. But we were fortunate enough to learn of the Exal's plan before they came to fruition. Should be surprised if the Warriors of Darkness and the Ascians did not have similar designs elsewhere. of which we have no knowledge. Thou wert wise to come hither. For this very day did they receive tidings most troubling from across the Strait of Merthor. Gomorrah stirreth, and there are whispers that the Lord of Crags neareth his return. Mere rumours, mark thou, but in light of thine own discoveries, thou canst still afford to turn a deaf ear to their claims. Aye. We must ascertain the truth of the matter for ourselves. Let us consult with the Maelstrom forces stationed at Camp Overlook, Rain. Thank you for your counsel, Urian J. Pray inform us should you learn any aught else. I shall. If I may, brother. Urian J, is there anything else you would like to say? Alize? If not, then never mind. I only ask because you're normally rather verbose. Nothing to add? Very well. Ere we depart, I wish to make a request. The Warriors of Darkness spoke of how the Arda has the power to break down the barriers between planes, that our worlds may be rejoined. I would ask that you research this for us. Being nowhere near as well read as you, I'm sure I wouldn't know where to begin. That said, I have heard a tale of a promising tome. The Garun Oracles. Mayhap you could start there. By thy leave. She is sussing him. That is interesting. Camp Overlook, was it? Very well. Bye, Uriante. Seven hells, at this rate I'll have to appeal Maelstrom Command for reinforcements. No, whatever it is, we don't want any. Well, fancy that. Just when my kobold problems look like they're coming to a head. The signs of the seventh dawn done up. Itching to pitch in. Bloody brilliant timing is what it is. Right then, let's get to it. So friendly neighbors in Ugamaro have been, got much more aggressive of late. Just as you said. Matter of fact, the scouts spotted one sniffing out the stores just now. Like they look to make off with an armful of crystals. I'll be damned if I'm about to let that happen. Lend a hand and help us search their camp for a little bugger, would you? Okay. Our Maelstrom friends seem notably more agitated than first we arrived. Do you happen to know why that may be? A kobold in the camp, you say? That would appear to corroborate Urian J's information. Yes. But to be so reckless as to infiltrate a Maelstrom camp and draw attention to their efforts is passing strange. Well, there will be time to think on this later. For the present, we must do everything in our power to prevent Titan summoning, and that means finding any questioning this kobold. Finding and questioning. Where? Where is Kobold? Where bold? Here. Oh, wait. Ligas. Hello. Stay back. Away. Far back. I'm not a... Ah, it's no use. Mindless, hopeless, no use. Scared little bean. Wait, where? Hello? Oh, there. Please don't hurt me. I only wish to talk. Yes, just talk. Then stop running. If you want to talk, stop running away. I have a stupid plan. Stupid. But if I tell no one, then everyone will... Ah! They found me again. What to do? Hey, come in peace. I need to talk. Speak, say, talk. So please do not hurt me. So this is a really Kobold infiltrator, is it? No wonder soldiers were on edge. He could very well give one a bruised knee. Huzzah! We've got him! Fine work, scions! So, little one, thought you could sneak up at my camp, did you? Plotted to steal my crystals, were you? No. I came to talk, asking for help. But when your soldiers saw me, they drew their weapons and shouted, and I... Now, let us all take a deep breath and discuss this like civilized individuals. What's your name, child? Pigman Gabu of the 620th Order. At least I will be a pigman one day. Well met, Gabu. I'm Alpha now, and this is my sister Alize. Rain, the person who found you, is a friend. Now that you know our names, we can be friends too. Now, Commander Bladin, here things you wanted to take as crystals, Gabu. But you said you came to ask for help. Why to us? And not your own people. What happened, Gabu? Can you tell us? No one is going to hurt you, alright? Not while we're here, I promise. The Patriarch, the Patriarch is going to summon the Great Father again, and you have to stop him! Fight, stop him! Gabu's parents said they don't want it, along with many others, but the Patriarch wouldn't listen. He was so angry, raging, fuming, angry. He said that if they have iron in their hearts, they would serve as coke for furnace. And then the guards took my parents and the others away, and I haven't seen any of them since. Coke for the furnace. don't want to believe it. But I have heard tales of a foci fashioned from the bones of beastmen, which worshippers use in their rituals, hoping to summon more powerful incarnations of their gods. By the 12, that is thickening. No one listens to Gabu, no matter how much she cries, pleads, begs, cries. They do not listen, only talk about punishing the overdwellers and praising the Great Father. Gabu loves the Great Father, but he loves his parents too. So please, help the Gabu, stop the Patriarch and save his parents. Commander, the first Maelstrom command that Titan summoning is imminent. Should the worst come to the worst, we will require their support. Time being of the essence. We three will attempt to infiltrate the Kobold stronghold, secure the crystals and free the prisoners. Well, if you're sure. You forgive me if it don't seem optimistic. We'll make ready just in case. I have faith that we may yet stop the ritual. We would surely have detected the associated etheric disturbance. A Titan manifested already. But I cannot speak for the prisoners. Travis, have mercy. That they would be even contemplating to sacrifice their own flesh and blood. Brothers and sisters. Mothers and fathers. Time is of the essence. We must see what else Gabu knows and formulate a plan without further delay. I heard Great Father Titan loves crystals, cherishes, covets, loves them, and if we gather enough, he will return. That's why the Patriarch told everyone to go forth and gather them. So I was thinking, if we take all the crystals away, maybe the Great Father won't come. Ah, very good, Gabu. I was just thinking the same thing. Do you know where those crystals are stored? Oh, I know. Oh, several spots, each defended by a different order. Gabu wanted to steal them, but he was too afraid to go alone. Yes, too afraid to go alone. But together we can take them away and hide them. Come. Gabu will lead you to the first cache. Quickly. Steal it. Mine. You have them all? Good. You done, Gabu. This way. Time is short. If you have the crystals, we should move on to the next cache. Did you hear me, brother? Brother! Aye, it's just that. I'm quite certain that crate wants boyish guardian seals. Someone took great pains to remove all traces, but enough remains to make out the pattern. See for yourself. I struggle to imagine kobolds traveling to Kurthus to obtain crystals, not just bothering to conceal their original origins. I suspect these crystals were smuggled into Vilbrand by another party. Most likely a pawn of the Asians, as Thancred speculated. Vilbrand being the island that we are on. The island that Limsa, Luminsa, and Lanosea is located in is called Vilbrand. And Vilbrand, together with Aldenard, which is the peninsula that Ishgard, the Dravania, Alamigo, which we haven't seen yet, Gridania and Uldar and their surrounding lands are located on. Vilbrand and Aldenard together make Eorzea, which is the continent as a whole. That is, by the way, that is common for real life places too. Because, for instance, based on geography, Spain and Portugal are also located on a peninsula, the Iberian Peninsula. So, Eorzea, consisting of a big island and a peninsula, is not uncommon. You know? I don't understand. Who are the Ascians? Do they worship Great Father Titan too? No, never you mind about that. As Odyssey said, we do not have a lot of time. Can you lead us to the next cache, Gabu? Yes, of course. Gabu knows the way. This next one is the last, very large, very big, very huge, very large. Oh yeah, I can show you on the map real quick. So, see, this is Eorzea. This is Vilbrand. And then all of this entire thing is called Aldenard. It is also rather, like, not that big in the grand scheme of things. Also, one thing that you cannot gather from this map, so I'll have to just tell you. This is not the whole world of Final Fantasy XIV. This is not the entire planet of Hydaelyn. There is one more continent that is missing along the east-west axis, which is currently just called the New World. So it will be added somewhere here or somewhere here. And there's another continent to the south that we have been told about. That's about here-ish. Mericidia. The homeland of the dragons and the place where Bahamut was killed and Tiamat summoned the primal Bahamut. Unfortunately, Mericidian people are very hostile, and every research expedition that has tried to go to Mericidia has either been forced to turn tail or sunk. No one has made it to Mericidia since the old days, the ancient times, where Mericidia was invaded by the Alagan Empire. No crystals. Huh. Confound it. What about you, Rain? Any luck? I'm yawning. Nothing, but this cannot be. Gabu saw them. Spotted, saw. Think, brother, think. They must have moved them, yes? The question is where to and why? With an Ogomoro. Where they summoned Titan once before and mean to do it again. Is this the only explanation? What about Mother and Father and the others? We have to help them. And we will, Gabu. We will. Stay calm. We still have time. They have yet to call for the remaining crates, yes? If they had, they would have found the other caches empty and sounded the alarm. Nevertheless, I believe the time for stealth has passed. We must breach the navel and seize the remaining crystals. There's no other way to prevent Titan summoning. But first, give me your crystals, and I might deliver them to Commander Bloodin's custody. Bloidin? I don't know. The crystals, Rain, if you would be so kind. Just 2 of them. 2 whole crystals. There you go. Elven boy. Thank you. I shall deliver them to Camp Overlook. For safekeeping and brief Commander Blodin for the situation. Pray go on ahead. As I recall, there's an aetheroid within Ogomaro that should deliver you to the navel. Gabu doubtless knows the way. Wait for me there. I shall rejoin you anon. Strange. I would have thought you eager to remain in the thick of the action. But if this is what you would prefer, then Godspeed, brother. This way, this way! Follow them! Alright, it was the roundabout shit. No, that is still not the path. It's in here. Convoluted map. I take this aetheroid we seek. Right then. As soon as Alvin arrives, we go. I trust you're feeling suitably heroic, Rain. There's no telling what sort of resistance we'll face in there. Quickly, quickly, you clods! Briskly, swiftly, quickly! I will not suffer any further delays! Lay down your arms and surrender! With your crystals, there will be no summoning this day. Overdwellers, here! But how did you? Where are my parents, Patriarch? Where are they? Did you order trauma today? Mother? Father? Cook for the furnace, you monster! How could you? Aye! We were servants of the Lord of Crags. We are his, that he may drink of our blood and partake of our flesh, that he might draw upon the strength of his children and defend them from tyranny of the Overdwellers. No, Alizé, not yet. Understand, Patriarch, I do. You fear your anger, your hate. You would do anything to protect your people. Anything to deliver them from the despair. Whatever it takes to ensure that those who threaten you can never do so again. But in a single-minded pursuit of this objective, you've brought suffering on your own kith and kin. You've sacrificed the lives of very people you sought to protect. But it needs not be this way, Patriarch. Renounce this bloody course. Cease your attempts to summon your god, and work with us together to build a lasting peace. Another peace to be abandoned by the Overdwellers. Convenience. Oathbreakers, all of you. Liars! Betrayers! Oathbreakers! You take and you take, and when you have your fill, you sue for peace. You promise that this time is the last, until you grow hungry again. And when you dare to defend yourselves, to declare that this beast tribe cannot be suffered to live, that our god reigns the land of ether and brings naught but suffering, death, destruction, suffering upon all. We will hear no more lies from you and yours, Overdweller. You've ruined your own lands. You'll not ruin ours. I said I'd come for you. I did. I'm here. I'm here. Say something, please. 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 Oh, the camera work in this game is so good. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up! Seven hells. I'm here. I'm here. Half an hour. Woohoo! Obsidian Carbuncle, let's go! There it is! That's an NPC exclusive summon. You cannot summon that one. Ah, I've missed it so much. It's so cute. Ah, you must away. Whee! Obsidian Carbuncle is so cute. By the 12, how could it be so foolish? Should have known better than to let Gabu accompany us, even what we were like to find. His anguish and despair have served to birth a primal, just as surely as would the supplications of the faithful. Worse, being born of such tumultuous emotion, this incarnation of Titan seems incapable of naught but violence. If we have but one cause, if we have cause for optimism, it is that that while many crystals were present, they represented but a fraction of the quantity intended for the summoning ritual, meaning the Titan must be far weaker than planned. Be that as it may, he is yet a primal, and the longer we leave him to bleed the land of Ether, the stronger he will grow. And should Titan be permitted to leave Ogomoro, more lives will be lost. The Maelstrom will rally their troops, and the cycle will continue. Rain, you know what must be done. Will you face the lot of Craigs once more? Thank you, my friend. Elise and I will tend to Gabu. When you've finished the primal, look for us in Camp Overlook. We will be expecting you. You know, having already played this and now being here, like, wait, a kobold child? Is this? Oh, please no. Not yet, I'm not ready. You know, if you haven't played this game as much as I have, the weight of some actions hasn't quite set in your mind to be readily realized yet. Do you remember the fanatic soldiers in the beginning in the Ifrit cutscenes? They are what you call tempered by the primal. That also happens to the person summoning the primal. Gabu is now tempered. Tempering as such is a process that is very badly understood in this world. And because nobody really understands how it works, it is also irreversible. Because you can't break a curse of which you don't know what it does. How it works exactly, that is. I wonder how long we'll have to wait for this. But we are not even halfway through the patch right now. There's so much stuff still going to happen before Stormblood. Huh, there we go. So, usually in this fight, Titan has voice lines where he just kind of yells at you. This time, while I have the quest flag, he says, "I'm here, I'm here, I'm here." I said I'd come. I said I'd come. I'm here. I'm here. Mm-hmm. Again. And again. And they're not voice lines, they're just text boxes of sorts, but you get my drift. I kept interrupting my casts. Now they are dead. Mother, father, I can't find you. Some extra minutes on the trauma cake in the oven. That was too early. Wake up! Why? 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 Yeah, don't stand in between two bombs, please. That will kill you. This is a version of the fight you see exactly once. It plays out the same mechanically, but it feels so different with these swapped voice lines. There you are. Did I not tell you would return safe and sound? The deed is done then. Titan is no more. Yes. Good. This had been enough tragedy this day. It's been like this since he regained consciousness. We believe he can hear us, but he has made no attempt to respond. He's almost certainly still in shock, but But we cannot discount the possibility that he succumbed to the primal's influence. Should that prove to be the case, he must be put to death, like any other thrall. Such is the Alliance's policy, yes? You have the right of it. But we must not rush to conclusions. After all, we once feared that Giselle's followers were beyond reason. Many have since laid down their arms and accepted Ishgard's peace. We can but watch, wait and pray. There's naught to be gained from dwelling on eventuality, over which we have no control. Much less, one which we may never even come to pass. Let us tend to more immediate matters, informing Commander Bloodin's Titan's demise, for example. You may be certain that he will be glad for the news. Would you be so kind as to break it to him? Now we are halfway through the patch. Now we are. Ah, you sight for sore eyes. When the others came back without you, I feared for the worst, but they said you had the matters well in hand. Ah, it's settled then. I'm glad to hear it. Want to half as glad as my men will be, believe you me. Regardless of whatever or not it was summoned properly. The primer's a primer. They ain't a soul in the maelstrom that hasn't lost a friend to one. Don't get me wrong. Like, we are all prepared to do our part, and we aren't so naive as to think we'd live to tell the tale. Thankfully, of course, it didn't come to that, which, my friend, sounds to me like cause for celebration. Now I know you lot have places to be, but why not stay the night? It'd be honored to raise a glass at the triumphant return of Titan Spain.
Who goes there?
Relax, it's just
Oh,
me.
it's you. Forgive me for straying from the camp. He hasn't been feeling too welcome, to say the least. I thought a change of scenery might do him good. But, alas. It's so quiet out here. The stars spread out before us, beckoning across time and space. Dawn may banish even the darkest night. How bitterly beautiful, those words. I should be stronger for all my experiences, yet my heart aches more than ever. I never understood why Grandfather gave his life that day. I thought that if I came here, I would find the answers I needed. But when I finally laid eyes on the land he sacrificed everything to save, saw firsthand the bickering, the pettiness, I was disappointed. I was angry. I could not fathom how these people were more deserving of his love than his family, than me.
How do I say? I just want to say, the skybox in this game, the night sky, is one of the most beautiful night skies I've ever seen in any game. There's so many stars. It's fully animated, and they even twinkle. The stars flicker randomly. for a split second, just get dimmer. It's so lovely. I wish the sky in real life looked like this.
I had to believe he had good reason. I was determined to uncover the whole truth of the calamity and, perhaps in so doing, find my own purpose in this sea of chaos. My travels have been enlightening, but I cannot say that I have enjoyed them. I have lost count of the many petty crises that I was helpless to resolve and of the people whose actions I could not understand. There were others, of course. Good people. People with whom I felt a kinship, whose lives I could not save. I found myself asking what it was all for. Why try if I was doomed to fail in the end? But then I recalled grandfather's words to my father, years ago, before he left Charlayan behind forever. To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. We must all protect that which we hold most dear in the manner of our own choosing. We have to try, do we not? Of course, it's one thing to try and another to do. There were times while I was tracking the warriors of darkness when I faltered, when I was afraid. But then I thought of my brother, of Urianger. Oh, pray forgive me. This conversation has been rather one-sided, hasn't it? Mayhap you could recount some of your adventures in Ishgard.
I'm good. But, traveled far and wide with two companions, Estinian and Isay, who were very, very much not liking each other.
Gods! They must have been at each other's throats from dawn till dusk. I dare say you managed to keep the peace, though. Merely being in the presence of the Warrior of Light is surely enough to shame anyone into behaving. The hopes and dreams of so many rest on your shoulders, Warrior of Light. As long as the sun rises, we can but carry on, for the sake of those we hold dear.
And it's scenes like these who make me just really love these characters. Just sitting down, looking at the sky, having a heartfelt conversation with them. It's the hot person.
To what end dost thou cling to the tainted gifts of the mother?
Every tool has its purpose. Even this. Well, what is it?
The seeds sown in Vilbrand have been plucked from the earth and left to wither. Alas, Titan's demise sufficed not to drive the kobolds to deepest desperation.
What did the man in white have to say?
That we are to proceed as he did first set forth.
Well, that's easy for him to say. It's not his bloody world on the brink of destruction, is it?
Be thou well reminded that with an end to Ishgard's unrest, naught now remaineth to preoccupy the Scion's thoughts, and thus may they devote their every energy to thwarting thee and thine. I foresee only greater difficulties ahead.
Foresee? Are you sure you don't welcome them? I'm starting to think you might hold a candle for your old friends after all.
Pray do not mistake mine intent. I but look upon the path which lieth before us with due trepidation. Shouldst thou be of like mind, pray consider then another course. For the power to invoke the ardour belongeth not unto the Ascians alone. With thine own hand strike down thine enemy, the so-called hero who would see thy home lost to light. Do but this, and thou wouldst at a single stroke disrupt the all-too delicate balance of this realm, plunging her straightways into chaos.
You do realize what you're suggesting, yes?
To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, it is indolence. The words of my teacher, and a creed I hold close to my heart.
What the fuck are you doing?
Very well. Draw him out. We'll make it quick.
It shall be done.
I love how they don't give you his name. Even though it should be painfully obvious from the voice, the way he talks, and what he just said,
Good a creed one
who he is.
Uphold. What hurts soothed. What lives saved. Oh, hapless fool, what hast thou wrought by thine own hands?
Though granted we haven't heard his voice for a while.
Minfilia, my friends, I shall not now beg your forgiveness. Full deeply though it paineth me to walk it, I shall not stray from my chosen path. As Moonbreeder remains steadfast, so too shall I.
And if it's not obvious who he is now, you haven't paid attention. Yes, of course. There's no reason to not play in a language you understand. All the dubs are good that I understand. I don't know if French is good. I have no idea. But I mean, Japanese is obviously good. It's the actual original dub. German had its rough start, but it's grown absolutely fantastic. And English, you are listening to English. English just has that part where after A Realm Reborn, they moved the headquarters for localization from America to London. And with that, they also moved the voiceover studio for the English version from somewhere in America to somewhere in England. And since most of the American voice actors didn't want to move across the Atlantic for a role in a video game, they had to replace them. But they did this smartly. They knew they were going to do this, so they actually already started hiring new voice talent in England before Heavensward came out. All voices from that were added newly to the game from 2.3 were consistently cast in England, so they didn't change. But a few voices, like Alfino, did change with Heavensward. What ho, Rain? I trust you had good night's rest. I was but a moment speaking with Thancred and Y'shtola via link pearl. They had some interesting news to share. Apparently, during the course of their respective investigations, both came across traits who had been born by Ishgardian seals. It would seem that someone in the capital has been very busy indeed. Accordingly, the Temple Knights have launched a full-scale investigation. Samaric believes that this is only a matter of time before the culprits are found. But we shall have to wait and see. In the meantime, it seems only prudent to look into the recent activities of the other tribes, in case they too are flush with Ishgardian crystals. And with that in mind, suggest we pay Uri and Jay another... Wait, where's Alizé? She was here a moment ago, with Gabu. But yeah, so in case it wasn't obvious from the way he speaks in this Shakespearean language, the voice we have heard before, the fact that he quoted Alizé's grandfather at the Warrior of Darkness, which is something that only Alizé, Alfino, their dad, who is not here, I know how he looks. He's in the lawbook. And the students of Louisoire knew. And the fact that he is still mourning after Mournbreeder should make it fully obvious. That's Urianger. I told you when we first met him, on like level 20, that he was hot under that robe. Was I lying to you? Let me guess, it's time to leave, isn't it? My apologies for disappearing again. If it is any consolation, I have already packed my things. How is he? Brother, Commander Bloden. Something tells me you're not solely here out of concern for his welfare. But to answer your question, there has been no change. He will not speak or eat. I'm not even sure if he slept. If he did, he seems none the better for it. He just shuffles about with that same expression on his face. You will look after him, won't you, Commander? Treat him with every kindness? He's still in there, I know it. Beneath the anguish and the despair, he's still fighting with all his heart. He deserves to be given a chance, until he comes back to us, until we know for certain what has become for him. Aye, you needn't worry. If he hadn't risked his neck to warn us and help you secure the better part of the crystals, this would have turned into a damn sight worse than it did. We'll not soon forget that, and nor will the Maelstrom Command. I'm so sorry, Gabu. I truly am. I should never have been made to. And I know I cannot possibly understand. Maybe there's nothing I can do or say. The pain, the anger, the helplessness. Hold fast to the memories of the better times. Remember them as they were. And when it hurts so much your heart feels it fit to burst, let it burst. Let it burst. Fill up again with your love for them. And never, ever forget. Come along, little one. I will remember them. And you, Alize. Thank you. Have faith, sister. Your words have reached him. In time, he will recover. Those who orchestrated these events will be made to answer for their crimes. A 1,000 times over. Aye, there will be a reckoning. Like, hurting me, fine. Hurting the science, thin line, but they'll live. Hurting an innocent kobold child, you are going to die. I am going to murder you. Yes, feel free to slap. But yeah, like, did I promise you too much when I told you, like, 2 months ago that Orion J was hot? I don't think I did. We have heard the glad tidings from Ogomoro, my friends. By the grace of the 12 and your most valiant efforts, the people of Limsa Lominsa may rest easy. What do you mean, we will see? You saw, you heard! You just died by voice! I should like to think so, yes. Though we failed to prevent the Lord of Crags from manifesting, we did succeed in weakening him, enabling our friend to dispatch him before warriors of darkness could make matters worse. It was by no means an unmitigated success, but we will have to suffice. Then let us speak of another matter, one which weigheth heavy on my lady's mind. As thou didst request, I sought out the Garen oracles, and we might better understand the aims of the warriors of darkness. Though their copious use of allegory defieth any single interpretation, the oracles paint a most disturbing picture. One of worlds parallel to our own, apart yet linked, reduced to ruin with every umbral calamity. My pen is still on the floor, waiting for him to be again on screen. He is on screen right now. He just changed clothes. There he is. See, it's the clothing. 7 times have they succeeded. Then of 10 and 3, only 6 words remain. Oh no! Aye. All is my lady Minfilia speak unto thee. Oh damn, it opened. Oh no. So what becometh of these reflections, when they and the source are rejoined? Frail flesh undone in umbral fires, each soul surrendereth to a call, to flow unto the endless sea, and there to endure as one and none. Then, if the warriors of darkness succeed, everyone in the world will die? In essence, aye. The verse speaketh of the renunciation of the flesh, and subsequent return to the life stream. However, this fate may yet be preferable to the alternative, for if the first were to transcend light in the manner that warriors of darkness described, it would give way to a void wherein none may know either life or death. Far better to die, they reason, for in death there's life, The essence of a soul, which returneth unto the source, may be born anew. Saved. Such, at least, is their belief, I surmise. If that's true, then, gods, no one should ever have to make such a choice. Ere we speak further on this subject, I would share with thee another recent discovery. It would seem that several sizable shipments of crystal have been delivered into the hands of a certain Alamegan parties. Alamegans? Strange. Do you believe this to be the work of the same Ishgardian smugglers who supplied the beast tribes? And now beyond a shadow of a doubt, and lest thou wonder their motive, I would remind you that the Ossians did once attempt to bring about the summoning of Ralga. The individuals who took receipt of those shipments are refugees belonging to a group devoted to the cause of Alamegan liberation. The pencil law. The pencil case law in my chat. What is this? May also interest thee to know that these the Ishgardian suppliers appear to be none other than the remains. Good. Very good. Of Elin Roa. Roal is French. Network of spies. Who? Why? Roy. I don't know. I think it's Royal, which is French for why does it have two L's in it? Surely a jest, and yet it's not surprising. Bereft of leadership and hunted by the Alliance, I can well imagine such villains being desperate enough to conspire with the Ossians, assuming they even know or care who their new employers are. All of which is irrelevant. Forgive me. We must seek out the resistance group, which received the crystals without delay. Rain, Alize, will you come with me to Little Alamigo? Yes, of course. I should like to hear what they have to say for themselves firsthand. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. Oh no, it's a trap. Alphano, Alize, Rain. Are you three listening? Good, I have tidings. The Temple Knights raided the smuggler's warehouses less than an hour ago. A cursory interrogation of the prisoners yielded confirmation that they were in the employ of, I hope you're sitting down, a man in black robes. Then you have them. And the crystals too. What few remained, aye? Regrettably, it would seem they dispatched one final shipment in the hours before we struck. It was bound for Little Alamiga, we are told. It will be received by members of the local resistance group. Since Emeric's men no longer have need of my services, I have a mind to head that way. As do we. By happy coincidence, we learned of the shipments but a few moments ago. Ah! And there I was, thinking I might finally be one step ahead of the warrior of light and his little helpers. Ah, wait a moment. There's more. I defy you not by to be surprised by this revelation. The leader of the Ishgardian smugglers was formerly in the employ of one Eileen Raya, the infamous Ivy herself. Once again, Thancred, I fear I must inform you that... Thancred, with whom else have you shared this information? About the smugglers? No one. As I think I mentioned, the raid was less than an hour ago. I was planning to contact Shtolanex, but there's someone else that would... you would have me notify first. No, there isn't. Alize is catching on. What in the world has gotten into her? It is twice now that we have sought Urianjay's aid, and twice that she's treated him as if he was a stranger. The Archon was one of Grandfather's most dedicated pupils, and spent as much time at the Levelieur's estate as we did. He's practically a member of the family. Truth be told, I struggle to recall a day from my childhood when I did not see the three of them laughing together. If this continues, I may have to raise the matter. Later, though. Little Alamigo waits. Yes, the pencil law. Pencil law, good. I will get to the bottom of this. Oh, forgive me. It has been a long day. Do you have something to say? Urianjay, I've always struggled to understand what's going on in his head. Now more than ever. Listen, Rain, if anything should happen, it should be me who... You know what? I just know that I'm prepared to do what must be done. Right then, to more pressing matters. Since we've no idea when Thancred might arrive, I suggest we see that information we could gather in his absence. But I think I'm going to end the stream here. Because for some reason, I am about to lose my voice. If I don't stop. It's probably because of the weather. So, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. Storica was amazing. Final Fantasy was an unexpected thing. But yeah, I will see you on Friday. I hope you have a nice evening and a nice Thursday. Pat broken? What? Oh yeah, I forgot. I hope you have a nice Thursday, and I'll see you next time. I guess this also slightly compensates for going 40 minutes overtime yesterday. Good night.